Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Is that light okay? We'll put this light on. I'll put this light on and out. I'm about falling asleep, so I thought I'll come on and you can wake me up. You can give me a shake, right? I need that. I was just sitting here and I could feel myself nodding off. I've been wiped out this week. I don't know if it's the weather or if it's the fact I'm back at my swimming. But honestly, I've been sitting. I'll need to go and. I know I've been for my laps of the swimming, and I've had my shower, and I'm still not awake. And see if I fall asleep just now, I won't sleep tonight. So I need to stay awakened. So I think I'll be having a long lie tomorrow. I'm absolutely knackered. Look at my eyes. I'm really, really exhausted. I don't know what's going on. I'll show you the weather. Let me show you the good Scottish weather today. Look at that. Horrible. Raining again. Raining again. And I've got my Sprite today. Oh, that matches my nails. Sprite matches my nails. I hope yous are doing good today. I hope yous are awake. I hope yous are a bit more awake than I am. I'm absolutely shattered. I was thinking about taking yous in and falling asleep, just talking to yous lying in my bed. And what kind of live stream would that be? That would be useless, wouldn't it? Watch me sleep, you know. Who's got the time for that kind of live stream? I don't know. There'll be mass unsubscribing again. Oh, I've had enough of her and her sleeping antics. Get rid of her. Blueberry's cancelled. Cancel her. Well, you know. Oh, so another week with my swimming, and I was good today again. I was out before the hour. There's my sweet M. Good morning, beautiful M. I hope you're doing good today. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you've got the Friday feeling. I've lost the Friday feeling. Is that not a song? Is that not a song with Tom Cruise? I've lost that Friday feeling. Oh, that loving feeling. That's what it is. Let's just pretend it's Friday feeling. I've lost it. I've not had a Friday feeling in a long time. I've not had any kind of feeling in a long time. Let's just. Couldn't resist that one. couldn't resist that there. But I've been sitting here and I was sitting and I was nodding, and I'm trying to watch the things on Amazon Prime. My eyes are shutting and I'm nodding again, and I thought I'll need to go on and talk to people to try and wake myself up. I don't know if it must be the swimming or something like that. Getting back to the swimming, either that or it is the weather. But I got my water feature. I got my son to bring in my water feature last night. What a laugh! So he had to, yes, I'm always up here. I'm always up like between 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm up every morning, and then I go to my swimming at what time do I leave here? About quarter to 7, something like that. I leave here, and then I go and I do my lengths and get back. So I'm up early every morning, but I'm down here. I'm down at 6:30 at night. I'm down before the children. I'm in my bed. Yeah. So last night I says to Peter, you need to bring in my water feature. So there's that wee grassy bit that you've got to go up at the side of my house. So he goes up there with the scissors to cut off the solar panel. And I kind of tipped some of the water out of the water feature, and it splashed in my face, and I was like, oh, what? I was thinking that he can deal with it, right? So he comes down and he thought I had emptied out all the water, which I hadn't. The next thing I hear him going, Jesus Christ. He did say that. He used the Lord's name in vain. And I turns around and he's drenched. He's absolutely wringing wet. So he is. He went, I thought there was no water left in that, but there was. So that was a surprise for him. So I've got his stuff washing right now. Good morning, B-Body. I hope you're doing good this morning. I hope you're nice and awake and ready for the weekend. Remember that feeling when you used to be excited about the weekend? You used to be going clubbing and stuff like that. I remember the days. And we used to actually go to the local pub first on a Friday night, and we would have a few drinks in the pub, and then we would go to the dancing. And see, by the time we got to the dancing, we were blazing, right? We were blazing, and it was me and my ex sister in law that used to go up the dancing and stuff. And we would go in, and there'd be nobody on the dance floor. There'd be people just sitting at chairs and stuff like that. Because you could smoke and all, people sitting smoking and drinking like that. But we wouldn't. We wouldn't even order a drink yet. We would just get straight up onto the dance floor and start giving it. Look at the moves I've got. We thought we had moves back then. Good morning, Ivana. See, when you watch the old videos, I've got to laugh. In the UK, we had a show called Top of the Pops, and it was on every Thursday night, and it was like the records that are in the charts and stuff. So they would always have like a live studio audience, right? See, when you look back, Madonna's on the stage and she's like a virgin, and see the people dancing, the dances that they do. It's hilarious watching the dancing. Thank you very much, B-Body. Sassy, good morning to you. Yeah, watching people back in the 80s dancing's hilarious. And I was one of them. Yes, Rose. See, I remember doing, what do you call it again? The Running Man. Doing the run. That was a speciality. That was for when the music was really going for it. You do a bit of the Running Man there. You know, you would do that kind of thing. But I remember, here, I've told you this before, it's true. I remember I worked in a company that made golf clubs called Mizuno. And I worked with the Japanese. There was Japanese over from Japan to show us the ropes. It was a brand new factory and everything like that, right? And this was just before I got married. And good morning, beautiful glam bunny. And I remember thinking, I don't know, there's lovely Virus. Good morning, sweet Virus. I remember thinking to myself, do you know what the Japanese need? To be taken to a rave. I did. I thought that's what the guys need. So me and a couple of other people, we take the Japanese to this rave. And you know, we've got all the necessities that you need with a rave. We've got our whistle, and we've got our you know, our colour beads and stuff like that. You know, I think we had gloves or fingerless gloves or something. We were all decked out in rave gear anyway, right? And we were taking the Japanese, and now I never ever took drugs. This is the truth. I never took, like, there used to be, like, yeah, I had my glow sticks like, and my whistle like that, showing the Japanese how to do that. They hold your glow stick like that. You know, I'm put the glow stick. Do this now. That's it. Do that. Now dance like that. Right. So we were showing them all that kind of stuff, right? And we were dancing. It was just like booming music. And here this girl jumps in the middle of us. And good morning, sweet Julie. Thank you very much, sweet Sassy. Happy Friday. This girl jumped in the middle of us with just a bikini on, just a bikini top, bikini bottoms on, and she was getting up nasty, dancing with the Japanese. And they you know, their glow sticks were going faster and faster. And I remember one of the Japanese turned to me and he went, very exciting, Linda-san. They used to call me Linda-san because that's what they used to call, like, that's their word for, like, Mr. kind of thing. But they got told when they were coming over to Scotland to treat women the same way they treat men. Because in Japan in the days, women didn't get treated on the same level. So I used to get called Linda-san. Yeah. Imagine taking them to a rave. I'll tell you, it was an eye-opener for them. I bet it was they'd never been to a rave. We asked them, did you like the rave? And they were going, not so much the music, but, you know, the girls were very exciting. Yeah. Oh, see, I would have loved to. I went to Japan. I would have loved to. They were actually teaching me some Japanese. Let me think now. See, I've forgot just about all of it. Well, konnichiwa and domo arigato gozaimasu, doi dashimashite, wachami no namae wa Linda Dezu, things like that. Yes, I've been to Germany, Virus. I've been to Munich, and I've drove right through Germany, right down to Croatia. But you know, I always wanted to go to Japan. It was like a dream. Maybe one day. Maybe if I win the lottery, I'd need to start putting it on, mind you, because I don't think it's ever going to happen if I've not got the lottery on. But um, yes, Munich. Oh, Munich's a beautiful place. Very, very clean. That was the first thing I noticed was how absolutely there was not a bit of litter. So when you go into Glasgow city centre, there's quite a lot of litter. But it was absolutely beautiful, and there was loads of car garages. I remember that, loads of car garages. Yes, I've been through quite a lot of Europe actually. I've been through France. In fact, I've been to Disneyland Paris. I won that in a competition. I did. Me, mate, I know it's horrible. I'm fed up with the weather. I think that's how I'm sitting here falling asleep. I'm sitting here nodding off. I've been right through Germany, France, Italy, Austria, Switzerland, and down to Croatia. That was when I was 16. I'd done that. I couldn't sit in a coach for that length. It took like 4 days or something to go through all that. But I couldn't do that now, my God. Half an hour in the car and I'm getting out going, oh, my hip's gone. Yeah, horrible. We've had no summer, absolutely no summer. We had a couple of weeks at the beginning of lockdown. I brung my chair out and everything. I thought I'm going to be able to lounge out the front, but never happened. Never happened. But I wanted to talk about today. Today's a day that I'll never forget about ever, and I'm pretty sure all yous will never forget about 9/11 today. 19 years. Doesn't seem like 19 years, does it? I was heavily, heavily pregnant with Peter at the time. I remember that. So that was the first thing I thought about. Virus, I'm kind of like that. I'm kind of, I'm not like anti, so I've just got no friends. There we go. Nobody likes me. No, no. I just like to sit in my own place and I'm not really one for going out and about and stuff like that. I like just sitting in the bungalow with the Jack Russells and stuff, talking to yous. That's what I like. Thank you, Virus, for that. But well, I've got my swimming as well, and I talk to people there, so it's not as if I'm unapproachable or anything like that. Yes, see, people don't realise what back pain's like until they actually get it. And when they do get it, they realise that everything that you move, even that's one time I put my back so bad that even just doing that with my fingers, I could feel the pain in my spine. So that people don't realise that everything that we do, your back moves. And there's been sometimes I've been in a right, I've not been able to move. Yes, Virus. It's my problem is right down the bottom of my spine where I've got this scoliosis. I've got this curve and I've got a V-shaped vertebrae, an extra one. God gave me an extra vertebrae, but he's jammed it like that into this bit of my back, and that listen. It feels sharp sometimes. Sometimes I'm in a panic because it feels as if it's sharp from the inside out, as if it's just ready to come through the skin like some sort of alien. Oh, yes. I'm the same boat. That's why I've got my wheelchair. And see if it gets really bad. That's the great thing about this house as well, is I can scoot about in here with the wheelchair, and I'm able to go in and out the toilet and into the kitchen and all that kind of stuff with the wheelchair, and it's great. It's great. It was just actually going into the wheelchair for the very first time. In fact, I've told you the story about that. Um, I was the hospital and the doctors knew I was going for this procedure with my leg and stuff like that, and they couldn't have me hobbling about in crutches because in my spine. So they said I would need to get a wheelchair. So they took my measurements and all that. So they did. They took all the measurements off me, and they said, right, your wheelchair's getting delivered. So when my wheelchair got delivered, I thought I'm going to take it out for a trial run. So so that when I do have my operation, I know how to work it, because you never know how to drive a wheelchair. So I didn't had a seatbelt, right, but which I've learned never do the seatbelt up. So I was in the chair and I thought, right, and all my neighbours are going to see me, but they know I've got problems and they'll know, that that's happened. So I was going up and down the street getting used to the wheelchair, and this man comes up to me, I swear to God, one of the neighbours down the back, and he said to me, "You shouldn't be in that chair if you don't need it." He said to me. And I went into a mad panic, and I went, "I do need it." I says, I'm going to go and get a metal rod up my leg. I do need it. I've got terrible problems." And he went, "Oh," and that was like my dad was fighting with the man, not physically but verbally. My ex-husband was not physically, verbally fighting with the man. It was imagine saying that to somebody, and it was my first. I came into the house and I was crying my eyes out. I thought he thinks I'm just joyriding a wheelchair. He just thinks I'm out there. Now I've got a car, but he's thinking I'm out there joyriding in a wheelchair just for the sake of it. So that's the kind of stuff that people say to you when they don't know what you're going through. Oh, Julie, yes, I know it's painful thing. Yes, it does, definitely. It was very cruel of him doing that to me, because I felt, and it was my first go of the wheelchair. Right, that was the first go. Second go of the wheelchair. One of my neighbours, and incidentally, she stays just over there from me. So again, we're kind of neighbours, and she said to me, "Don't let him annoy you. Get back out and get into your wheelchair. Come on, I'm going to take you. Get into your wheelchair, and we'll go up the hill and we'll go shopping and all this kind of stuff, right?" So I said, "Right, okay." So I gets into the wheelchair. She's pushing me. And I'm going, "This is great. This is really, really good." So we're going down a hill, and all of a sudden, um, she kind of lets go. So I start kind of going faster and faster down this hill. So see, when you do that with your hands are going to burn on the side. And I had myself locked in via safety belt, seat belt, right? And I couldn't get out. And I thought, oh, Jesus, that I was going faster and faster down the hill. And I was like, oh my God, like I tried to get out. I managed to just get the seat belt off and kind of jump out the wheelchair. It was a runaway. And I thought, I'm never ever going to put that on again in case you've got to jump out. It's horrible when people are in chronic pain. And people don't realise it, because you can't just look at somebody and say, "Oh, you're in the pain chart. You're about that face there." Do you know what? I remember one of the doctors, and it was when I did get the metal rod. I got the metal rod put up the leg, and I remember him coming up. Yes, M. It was terrible. I remember the doctor coming up to me and saying, "Right," because I was like, oh, I was dying with pain, and he came up and he said, "So what's your pain level today?" There's the chart, the smiley faces. There's the smiley faces chart. I said, "I'll tell you how the pain is, doctor. I want to take my head and put it through that wall. That's the pain I'm in." He went, "Oh, right, okay. Nurse, get some morphine." That's what I said. I'm a bad patient. I'm a bad patient. Good morning, sweet Trina. I'm terrible. I'm terrible. No. Do you know something? I have everybody in stitches in the ward. I end up saying things, and I remember my nurse going, "You can tell Linda's room because you just hear everybody laughing, because I crack jokes all the time. I say stuff. Funny stuff happens. Funny stuff follows me around the place." Like the lady that was in my bag at 2 o'clock in the morning looking for her bra or something in my bag. I was like, I woke up to the rummage and I was like, "What's going on?" She's in my bag. So I was like, "I've not got your bra. Go back to bed, lady." or well, it's a worry with surgery, isn't it? I always worry about surgeries. I do. I've had that many things. Um, Anesthetics. Yes, virus. See, I could listen. See if I wanted, I could probably get morphine. I could probably get morphine. Um, we going up to the doctor. I just take paracetamol because there's a few reasons. One, I don't like the feeling I've been spaced out. I just don't like it. That feeling. Um, Two, I'm a driver. I like to be able to drive my car, and if I was into morphine and stuff like that, I wouldn't be able to drive my car. There's my sweet Sky. So I batter on in, as we say in Glasgow, and just trying my best to control the pain via thought. Doesn't work very good, but I'm used to it. I've been in pain my whole life. That's just. Rose. Listen, sometimes if you've got to get someone to wipe your bum, you've just got to do it. You just need to do it, so you do. A nerve block. I got a nerve block actually, Glam Bunny, but it was in the back of my leg. This was weird. See, before I got the metal rod in the leg, just at the back of your knee, when I was in the room before they take you into the theatre, um, they cut a little thing at the back of my leg, and they put down this long nozzle thing down my leg, and I could feel it going all the way down my leg, and they inject some kind of stuff next to the nerves. But see, when they do that, your leg starts jumping itself and stuff, and starts. See, like dogs' legs do that when they're scratching their neck. My leg was like that. My leg was going like that in the place. I was like a wee dog like that with this nerve thing. It was weird. But I remember, see, whatever they gave me there, I don't know if it was morphine or not, but they gave me something to calm me down in that wee room. And I swear, it felt as if I just had about 2 or 3 vodkas. I was like, this is marvellous. I was like, and I kind of got the gaps. So I can't even remember what I was talking about, but I was definitely gabbing away to the doctors, and it wasn't about the leg. I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less. And here's the anaesthetic. No, I'm going there. Just do what you have to do. Oh. Yes, virus, as long as you get some relief. Is that what it is, Glam Bunny? See, I didn't have a clue, but my leg was twitching. My leg was twitching, but it was the weirdest feelings. It was like an icky feeling. Rose, see here, I do know a few people here that get the morphine patches, and it's a patch that you put on, and it gives you morphine. But and that as well, addiction. I'd be like, this is great stuff. Give me more. Um, so I really I don't take the morphine unless I'm in absolute agony, like uncontrollable agony. But yeah, there's a lot of people addicted to pain meds and stuff. But see when you have got legitimate pain, and you've got to take like paracetamol, and you've got to take these tablets, you feel bad about taking them. But listen, if you need them, you need them. Don't ever feel bad if they're prescribed to you. Never feel bad about having to take them because you've got to. I mean, just don't. See, a lot of people, like myself, I struggle with that, with the amount of. Oh, you can get a more. Well, yeah, just as well. They wouldn't have come up to me. I'd have been like, give me five. I'll take 5 lollies. I'll take 5 of them. I mean, I come out of the chemist and my bag, you can tell my bag right away because it's bulging with things in it. But you've just got to do what you've got to do. Yes, we've got the NHS, Trina, in Scotland, National Health Service. So It never cost me anything. The operations never cost anything. And see, when you think about the cancer treatment that I got as well, that would have had God knows how much that would have cost, because it was about a year, almost a year of chemo, and then I got the radiotherapy. Well, not a year with chemo and radiotherapy, and then I got the boobs off as well. So that would have cost a fair bit. And see when I get here, see when I get the boobs off, wait I tell you, see, you probably don't know this. When you get your boobs off, they've got to put draining tubes in you, right? So you get two draining tubes, and you like this, and the tubes come out like that into bags. And see the stuff that comes away from you, you're like, what the hell's that? It's like liquid, right? And don't forget, I'm morphined up. It's like liquid in a bag that comes, it drains out you. And inside it was like, I don't know if it's bits of skin or what, but it looked like jellyfish. I swear to God, it looked like jellyfish. And my daughters came up to visit me, and I'm sitting with this bag, poking it, just poking the bag, and the things like that inside the water. And I'm like poking it. Look at that, that's coming out of me. That was the. I had to carry these draining tubes to the toilet and back. And then see, eventually when they did take them out, water was still pouring out me. Do you know what I had to do when I got out of hospital? I had to see how the dog mats that you get for dogs to toilet train on. I had to get them and put them up my t-shirt because of the amount of water that was pouring out me. Good morning, Quaver Flavour. I hope you're doing good. Yes, I know, Leah. I know. Oh, the draining, and I'll tell you, see when they took the draining tubes out, I thought they were pulling a kidney out or something. Oh my God. Oh my God. And she was saying, take a deep breath. I was like, oh yeah. I was swearing. I did. I let out a few swear words because they sew it into you, that they put the draining tubes in you, and it's actually like stitched as well. But it kept kind of coming out, and I was drenched, and the bed was drenched and all that with all this. You want to see the amount of liquid that came out of me with jellyfishes? I don't know what that was. It must have been tissue or something. It must have been. Oh, I'll tell you, it's nippy. See when they take they drain. It was all right getting them in because I was unconscious when they put the drain tubes in, so that was all right. Another thing was, I'm lying in the hospital bed and I'm like, what's that wire? There's a wire running about my leg. What's this? And I starts pulling this wire, and the nurse comes running over me. Oh, Linda, don't pull that. That's your catheter. I was like, what? I had no idea. I was like, what's this? What's this here? Is this wire wrapped around my leg? I had the catheter. That was nasty coming out as well. But honestly felt as if they were pulling a kidney out when they took the draining tubes out. That was bad. But that's the kind of stuff that you don't know. You don't know that when you're getting your boobs off, that's going to happen to you. And the water came pouring out me for a good 2 or 3 weeks before the water stopped. Oh, virus, yes. See, sometimes tablets, just certain tablets, people take reactions to for. I know. In fact, my pal that I was talking about, she can't take paracetamol. She can't take paracetamol. I don't know what it is she takes. I think it's codeine that she takes as well because she can't take paracetamol. Oh, it's nasty, isn't it? It's right nasty getting the catheter. See, yet again, it was already in me. A male nurse, I know that. I was already in when I woke up, but nobody told me that this is what had happened to me. I'm just lying in the bed going, with pain like this, ouch. And I had the morphine clicker, so that here, the clicker was red hot with my thumb like that. And I just thought, what's this? I could feel a wire. And I'm going, what the hell is this wire? There's a wire. And I starts yanking it. I start yanking this wire. She went, oh, don't pull that, Linda. That's your catheter. Can you imagine it? all over the place. That'd be me in trouble again. Hi, Sasha. Julie, I've been there. Oh, and it was French. I thought I could sing. I'd have been like, here, doctor, I can actually put my legs behind my head. Do you want me to do that? Yeah. Not meaning to brag or anything like that, but I can do that if you want. Yeah, it was, oof. See the stuff that we've got to go through. Hi, sweet Lewis. I hope you're doing good. You're going to have dinner tonight. That sounds wonderful. I hope you have a lovely evening. Oof. I don't think I've ever had tramadol. I know that when I was in the hospital, when Amanda took me to the casualty with my leg last year when it was acting up, they gave me a painkiller. I don't know what it was. Um, it wasn't like a bad one or anything like that. But when I had went in, she said, "Have you had any pain relief?" And I said, "One of the nurses gave me it." And she looked and she went, "You're not meant to take that painkiller because you've got asthma." And I was going, "Well, I don't know. Listen, if a nurse is saying to me, Linda, take these tablets, I'm taking them. I'm not going to say, hold on a minute, nurse, to have a look through this book." Right. I just took them. I don't know what them. See, I couldn't even tell you what colour morphine was. See, the morphine I got was like a clicky thing. And then when I was off the clicky thing, they just gave me a jagged, so I never seen. But by God, I needed it. I really needed it after, because having a metal pole fused to your bone up your leg, that is absolute agony. That's as sore as it sounds. And before I got that operation, I looked it up on YouTube, hind foot fusion. And I shouldn't have done that because then I was worried even more after going in. But they said to me before I got that operation that there was a chance that I could get an infection, and if that happened, it would be amputated. So I had all that in my mind going on. It was so I had to get used to the wheelchair and that. I'm not even wanting to call him gentleman, but that man saying that to me. Oh, Virus, I didn't know that. Virus, I'll be aware of pink tablets in future. In case anybody says, here, take one of them, I'll be like, no thank you. Not today. Unless I'm in the hospital and then I'll be like, yeah, okay, I'm in here. What harm will it do? Yeah, the thing that I had, I remember them saying to me, they said to me, now, when the button goes green on this clicker, you can press it and it gives you morphine, right? And then it'll turn red, and then you've got to wait until the light turns green before you click it. No way. I just sat clicking the whole time. The whole time I just sat like that, clicking. Clicking, clicking. And I remember I had a cup of water and then I woke up with it all over me. I was nodding off. Oh. I had to say to the nurse, I've wet the bed, not like peed it, but poured water over it. Oh. So I'm not a good patient. The whole thing is I'm not a very good patient. I think they're happy to see me go home. Get her out as fast as possible. Get her. Oh my goodness, Glam Bunny! I never knew that. See, I really don't know. I don't know these drugs. In fact, it wasn't that long ago that I heard that people were taking horse tranquilizers. Horse tranquilizer. Who thought of that idea? Who thought, do you know something? See that horse's medicine? I want, give me a shot of that. I need that. Eh? Ketamine. That's I had no idea that was horse tranquilizer. But I don't even know what that does to you, but it can't be good. Oh, Dee Dee, I'm glad you're healing well. And just take your time, don't rush it. Do not rush it. Because you'll ruin all the good work if you try and rush it. You've got to just take it nice and easy. Small steps, as they say. And that's true. Special K, is that what they call it? See, I wouldn't have a clue. There's been a few times I've said things and my daughter's going, Mum, don't say that. I'm going, what? And it's either something sexy that I don't know or something drug related that I don't know. And I'm like, well, I didn't know that. In my day, that was just whatever. Like, right, right, I'm going to tell you this one thing, right? And again, I had no idea this was a sexy thing, right? And we were talking to my daughter, and she said something like, "Oh, I'm going to take this home with me, right?" And we turned around and went, "You're a little, no, you're a teabag. You're doing teabagging, meaning thieving, right? We always used to call thieves teabaggers, right?" And she turned around and she went, "Oh." And I went, "What?" And she went, that's a sexy thing." And I went, "What is?" And she went, "Teabagging." I said, "I've never heard of that in my life." I says, "What does it mean?" And she said, "I'd rather not say, Mum." And I'm saying, "For God's sake, I'm your mum. You need to tell me what that means." So she told me what it means, and I was like, "Oh, I would have never." I'm actually glad it was my daughter that I was talking about, because I could have been talking to a complete stranger about teabagging and not knowing what the hell that was. When did they come out with that? Tea leaf. Yes. Tea leaf. But I said tea bagging by mistake. I meant to say tea leaf thief. Um, and she said, "Mum, you're saying that wrong." Yes. Yes, Trina, I know. Yes, and eggs and stuff like that, Trina. Who thought that'd be good to eat? Well, there you go. That's what I was saying. But I had no idea. And now, listen, I swear to God, this is absolutely true. Yesterday, know how I buy quite a lot of makeup and stuff like that. There's a site called Beauty Bay. And see, because I've bought quite a few things, I get all the adverts on Facebook. And yesterday they had an advert. See, if I find it, I'm going to screenshot it and put it in my Facebook. They had this pink device, right? And I'm looking at it, I'm going, what the hell's that? And I'm thinking, it must be something makeup related. You know, it's Beauty Bay, it's a makeup site. And I'm looking at it, and it's a kind of long pink thing, and it's got like a nozzle with a wee hole in it at the top like this, and it's got buttons on it. And I'm looking at it, and I'm thinking, that's it. I'm thinking that must be one of the blackhead removers. I'm thinking you must take that wee thing and rub it on your face, and you know, it's going to get rid of blackheads. Well, no, no, it's not for blackheads at all. Because I was like, what is that? So I clicked on it, and it was like a lady's toy for somewhere else. That's what it was. It wasn't a blackhead remover at all. Why is Beauty Bay doing that? I'm just thinking it must be some kind of beauty product, but it wasn't. It wasn't. Oh, pizza. Yum. I've not had pizza in a while. Glam bunny, I know. That's the kind of stuff I say. I say things like that. Oh, I say stuff like that. But there you go. I was looking at a lady's toy, and I thought it was a blackhead remover. That's how ignorant I am. I should watch more of Trisha Paytas. Then I'll be clued up in all of that. Glam Bunny, I bet she was. So anyway, I'm going to go now. I'm feeling a bit wakender, if that's a word. Wakender. Awake. I feel more awake. That's better. That's use your English, Linda. Use your English. I was thinking, see if you were wanting to find out any of the lady products, she would know them, whereas I've not got a clue about anything like that. So anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. Oh, I've got an unboxing tomorrow of my cousin's package that she sent me, so I'll be doing that live. And I know I don't want to see Trisha's lady bits. I really don't want to see her lady bits at all. Um, so I'll be back tomorrow and I'll be nicer looking than this. I'll be doing some catfishing again. Like that. And I love you all very, very much. So thank yous for coming in and spending time. Have a wonderful Friday and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye everyone.